No, your eyes are not playing tricks on you. I'm back with another interview, and this time with my amazing, amazing friend, Natalie Rogers, who, again, is such an inspiring person. I'm going to bring her on. This woman is 24 years young, and her fiance um, Jacob are absolutely crushing it in their space. I'm going to add her in really quickly, um, and you guys just need to hear her story. You need to learn all about her and her company and how she's helping people. Hey there, can you hear me?
Hi, can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you perfectly. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's good to see you.
I know, so good to see you. This is my first time actually doing a Facebook Live, and I have to hold it because it's this way instead of this way. So it's okay though. I got it.
Do you have anywhere where you can like prop it up against like a laptop or something so you can be more comfortable?
This is my. Does this work?
So like
Because that's like my
sometimes,
water bottle.
oh, that's no, that's perfect. Yeah, that's
Okay.
perfect. Okay.
Yay!
So Natalie, thank you so much. I know that we tried to connect last week, and you were away in New York, obviously
Yes.
on some business and kind of spreading the good word of your business and everything. So I always like the person to tell people who they are, what they do, and what they're about. So I'm just going to turn it to you. Who is Natalie Rogers? What does
Sure.
she do? And what is your company all about?
Yes. So my name is Natalie. I live in Orlando, Florida, and I found entrepreneurship at a very young age. I was 18 years old, and I really fell in love with it as I really didn't know what I was doing, but I realized how it created such a life of freedom for me and allowed me to create a life that I really wanted. And that, I guess I am an entrepreneur. Is That's like really what I want to say is that I've been an entrepreneur for a while, I started my first company it's actually a sports company here in Orlando, and I got to a point where I wanted to do something that really lit me up even more.
One thing.
Yeah.
Tell the audience how old you were when you started your first business.
Yes, I was 18 years old.
18 years old. I love it. I love it.
Thank you. Yeah. So I was super fortunate because the opportunity fell in my lap a little bit and I knew nothing about entrepreneurship. But yeah, it was really great for me because I kind of took it and I ran with it and we turned that into a six-figure company over 3 or 4 years. And then after college, I didn't have to go work a corporate job anymore. And I knew at that point, though, that I didn't just want to have that one company because I had this desire to inspire other people to learn about entrepreneurship.
Well, that's amazing. So you created this company at 18, going into your freshman year of college. You ran your business, and in the 4 years of being at school, you didn't stop going to college. You got a
Right.
degree, but like a lot of people when they graduate when they're 21, 22 years old, left with a lot of debt and what am I going to do now, you had a thriving six-figure business that you can now focus your full attention on top of getting a degree. That's just amazing. So what was the next step for you? Because obviously once you get that entrepreneurial bug, Natalie, like there's no stopping the wheels
I
from turning.
know.
So what happened post college and
Yes.
then wanting more?
Yeah, so definitely agree with you. And that's why I feel like I'm so lucky to have found it so young because I really never had to work a full time corporate job. But at that point, after I graduated college, I was like, okay, I'm going all in my business. I was doing like a happy dance. I'm like, I don't have to waste so much time on school because you know how long school takes up, especially when you're in college. And
Yeah.
I'm that kind of person who's like an overachiever. So I'm over here like studying, staying up late. So being done with college allowed me to go full time in my business and we did really really well. Like since I graduated, my fiance, he's my business partner and he was still in school, but we were doing so well that he dropped out of college and we just
Wow.
both needed to go full time. in our business. And we were doing well, and we were very consistent and growing at a steady pace. And then at that point, I realized that I don't just want to do this. Like, this is like, I have a desire to inspire other people to start their own businesses and open the door of entrepreneurship to other people in society, because nobody teaches us. Nobody teaches us how to run a business, and that it's possible for anybody. And that's when the Klassy Network was born. And that's the company that I'm running right now, which is all about bringing like-minded, ambitious women together by creating a network and products that they love. And that is what I'm doing right now.
I love that. So talk a little bit more about the Klassy Network, because obviously, as such a young entrepreneur that you are, and being, a female entrepreneur, and at 24, we always talk about people being old souls, and I really feel that you are such an old soul, because, you have 6 years under your belt as an entrepreneur. And honestly, 6 years as an entrepreneur is like 60 years in corporate America, because, they think entrepreneurship is this big glamorous thing where, we're sipping lattes all day and we're just sitting in coffee shops, like just doing nothing. But, there's, being in the trenches of your own business, it's a lot. And, your fiance is my accountability partner in our mastermind. So,
Yeah.
Jacob and I talk each week, and, we bounce things off of each other. So before we get into the entrepreneur side of that, let's talk about the Klassy Network, how it came about, and
Yeah.
who are the types of people that you serve.
Yeah, of course. So the Klassy Network was born when I was feeling really alone in my journey in entrepreneurship. So, I mean, obviously my business partner and my fiance were doing everything together at all times, but still, like, having other girls that kind of understood what entrepreneurship was and how that lifestyle worked, I felt like really alone. And I knew that there were so many other like-minded women out there, but they were just in their own world or at home behind their computer. And I was like, I really want to create a place where we can all kind of come together. And that was the original thought. And I had no idea what products to bring at that point, but I just knew that I wanted to build a network. And that's where the name of the company, the Klassy Network, came from. Because, I mean, I feel like every female entrepreneur wants to be classy. So put the two together, and
Right.
that's where I came up with the name. And then a couple months later, first I started this Facebook group and things like that. And then I came across an opportunity for a product, and that was when I was staring at my computer screen all day long. And I remember trying to go to sleep one night, and I couldn't fall asleep. I would close my eyes and I would see this like white screen even when I'm trying to sleep. And I'm like, I know it's from the computer screen. So in that moment, I just did some research, and I was like looking up things like how to protect your eyes from screens. And I did see that they have blue light glasses out there in the market, but at that time they were all these ugly orange, ugly construction looking glasses. Like, and I didn't want to wear them. And then I don't know what it was, but like in that moment, I was like, someone needs to do this better. And this was, before all the other brands started going along with the blue light glasses. So I was like, there's no cute ones out there. There has to be a solution for this. And then immediately, like, I just started reaching out and researching and reaching out to manufacturers and figuring out how we could bring this to the market. And I just went for it.
It's so interesting, because I just love your transparency. Like, you wanted a pair of cute, blue light glasses that you can wear. And obviously I have a pair, my fiance has a pair, just because, when you're in entrepreneurship, you're doing a lot of this, you're doing a lot of staring at your screen, and you do have to protect your eyes. And I remember when I started my coaching practice 3 years ago, I was doing like, before I knew my self-worth and obviously what I can charge, I had a ton of clients. I would do 10 or 12 Zooms a day. So I'd be staring at my screen for 6, 7 straight hours. And that really starts to wear, I mean, headaches,
Right.
and, like wavy lines you can't see clearly. So again, there's a lot of, I don't want to call competition, but there
Right.
are people that have, live in creation, and this is what you guys are doing now.
Yeah.
So talk about your glasses, and, why I wanted you to come on here today is because a lot of my network that is going to see this, and obviously I'm going to share this to other platforms as well on Instagram, is the fact that a lot of my network are entrepreneurs. They are small business owners, they're network marketers, and a lot of people that are growing those type of businesses spend a lot of time on the computer and they
Hmm.
spend a lot of screen time. So what makes your glasses different, and what type of response have you gotten back from the clients that you've been working with and those that you serve? And I now know that it's taken off so much that you have some serious influencers like Amanda Bucci,
Hmm.
who's a huge or was a huge YouTuber and now big Instagram influencer, but also just amazing business coach, being an affiliate of your mission and what you guys are doing. So talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, so for our glasses, they protect your eyes from blue light. And I really wanted to make sure that we didn't have to sacrifice style for the protection. And
Mm.
that's exactly what our glasses do. And it's been really cool and exciting for me to be on the other side of it and designing the frames and bringing the frames to the market that I know that I feel like other ambitious women out there would really love and want to wear. And I truly feel like putting these glasses on not only help you with your eye strain and stuff, but they also give you confidence because they look good. And you're like, okay, I feel good. I'm a badass. I'm ready to conquer the day.
Mm.
And I feel like for us, what really makes us different is the movement that we have behind our brand. And this is what I recommend for all product based companies out there, even service based companies. What movement can you start that other people can stand behind and they would love to represent and kind of spread the word about your products? And ours is really creating products for female entrepreneurs and ambitious women and really motivating them and empowering them every day to achieve their goals and to keep going. And that's what really got me the people to start the people that I wanted to start working with in the beginning, like Amanda Bucci and everything like that. I just explained the movement behind our products
Mm.
and it translated and it made other women want to stand behind me on this journey.
So what kind of growth have you seen, personally, with this business, and what kind of feedback and impact are you now receiving from all those lives that you're changing?
Yeah, it's been crazy. Like I remember when I first launched, I was only a couple weeks into it, and I was just seeing we still since the day that we launched, there has not been a day that has gone by that we have not made a sale,
Mm.
and it blew my mind, especially in the beginning. I was like, I can't believe this is happening. Like everyone is really resonating with these products and the message and the movement. Every time people received their product in the mail, they would post about it on Instagram. And I
Mm.
really do believe that it's because we have that movement and how cute they are and things like that. So it's been amazing. It's been a roller coaster, but it's been probably the best experience ever for me, especially because I'm really connecting with the people that I truly do want to serve, and that is ambitious women and female entrepreneurs, and being able to empower and motivate them in any way just truly lights me up every single day.
I love that. So, there's a lot of people out there that might be watching this or on the replay that may not realize that they're being affected
Mm-hmm.
by all the screen time that
Oh
they
yeah.
are having. So what are some ways of people to start detecting that they might require at this stage? Because when you get started in entrepreneurship or it's a side hustle, you're still working a 9 to 5. You may not be spending as much screen time, but even the non-entrepreneur, the
Yeah.
person that's working in a 9 to 5, and your
Mm-hmm.
your job requires you to be on the computer.
Of
What are
course.
some of
Yeah.
the signs of things that you need to start looking out for that may say, okay, you now require a blue light blocking glasses like you guys offer?
Right. I truly recommend that everybody is using them, even if you don't see any side effects, because we are staring at our screens so much, and not even just the working force, like children. Children are staring at screens. Everybody's staring at screens
Mm.
nowadays. And the thing is we don't even know the long-term effects of blue light on our eyes because think about how long screens have been around. Right?
Yeah.
There's not a 60-year-old person who has been using screens for 10 hours a day for 40 years straight because screens haven't been around that long. So it is really important for everybody to take the necessary precautions and protect their eyes because we don't know what's going to happen for years later. But definitely some side effects that you can look out for would be headaches. If you're getting headaches from just staring at the screen all day, you can kind of tell that headache that's kind of behind your eyes that just won't go away. Insomnia is another one. If it's hard for you to fall asleep at night, especially if you are working late into the evening, and
Mhm.
you're trying to go to sleep and you just for some reason you can't fall asleep, that's another sign that the blue light is affecting your sleep cycle. And then for me as well, I would just get the eye strain and it's like you try to blink and you
Yeah,
feel eye relief and it just isn't going away. So all of those things are some side effects of blue light. And our glasses 100% are super, super effective. I have people that used to get migraines every single day that are reaching out to me saying that their migraines are gone. And it's just super empowering for me to know that we've been able to bring this product to the market that helps people in such a drastic way. So I
that's
recommend everyone
amazing.
wears
It's amazing.
them.
So my dear friend and fellow entrepreneur Karen Bain is on here, and she
Hmm.
asked you a question. She
Oh, yeah.
goes, number one, what is your website? And number two,
Yes.
she already wears glasses,
Uh-huh.
and will they fit over that? I think she wears prescription glasses.
Okay.
So where's the website where people can buy their glasses?
Hmm.
And for those that do already wear glasses for
Yeah.
prescription purposes, or maybe they're already wearing glasses, maybe for blocking UV, that kind of stuff. What are their options?
Yes. So our website is classyshop.com, and Klassy is with a K. And so for prescription options, there are a couple of things. Right now, we are really actively working with partnering with a lab so that we can fulfill prescription glasses with the styles that we have and the blue blocking feature. But there are other prescription glasses out there. I think all eye doctors have the ability to input the blue light blocking feature to your current glasses. So if you want to go to your eye doctor and tell them, hey, I'm staring at screens a lot, can you add this feature to my prescription? They can go ahead and add it, send it to a lab, and they can put the blue light filter coating over your lenses and just put them back in.
Okay.
But we are coming out with some options here soon, hopefully within the next month.
And I think the other thing that you mentioned is kids, because
Mm-hmm.
I'm a father, and
Mm-hmm.
my son is sometimes rewarded when he hits certain milestones or things that he wants to accomplish, personally, whether it's chores, this, that, or the other. He'll get some tablet time.
Yeah.
So what do you say to the parents out there that have kids that maybe they spend a lot of time on tablets? I only give Taylor about 20 to 30 minutes tops of tablet time, but
Mm-hmm.
there's no safe amount of time.
Right.
What are options for kids now, and are you guys working on something in that sphere as well?
Yeah, so definitely get your kids some blue blockers for sure. Here at the Klassy Network, we have styles that fit all different faces and shapes and things like that. So we do have people buy our glasses for their daughters, and they wear them and they love them. Especially we have a style that has like a clear color with gold accents, and then like pink ones. So a lot of the daughters really want to wear them. And we actually are coming out with a style today, which is exciting, that's a
Wow,
little bit smaller. Yeah, it just came in. We have it. We're also releasing the ones I'm wearing right now today. These are called Driven, and they're
love
super
those.
cute. I love these too. And then we also have another style that's slightly smaller, so they really do fit all different face shapes and stuff. But they aren't marketed directly to the youth and kids, but definitely works. And I know there are other companies out there that do have them for kids too.
I love that. All right, so let's shift for a second and talk about
Yeah,
entrepreneurship as a whole.
yeah.
Because a lot of my network are entrepreneurs, they're network marketers, and obviously
Hmm.
they're in the trenches of building their business and building their brands. What would you say one of the greatest lessons that you've learned? Obviously, I also graduated from college, as well as I was growing my business outside of that as well.
Hmm.
And I'm not going to take anything away from what I learned in college or what I didn't learn in college, but as an entrepreneur, you're learning lessons along the way that cannot be taught in schooling. So,
Right.
what would you say is the greatest lesson that you've learned personally in being an entrepreneur?
Yeah. Something that just like came to my head was if you can dream it, you can do it. And
Mm,
that I feel like I've really, really learned with entrepreneurship is that I can create whatever that I have in my head. I drive the bus, like I can drive it anywhere that I want. And it's really given me so many life lessons. Another one being confidence. I grew up being the girl who's afraid to raise her hand in class. Like I did not like being the center of attention at all. But like when you are 18 years old and you're owning a company, you have to take responsibility for all your customers, your clients, to show up and to be center stage and represent your brand and your company. And it was something that I was totally not comfortable with at the time, but pushing yourself out of your comfort zone on this journey in entrepreneurship teaches you so much that you're not going to die. Yeah, maybe it feels a little bit uncomfortable, but everything's okay.
that's okay.
Sorry.
So, a couple rapid fire questions.
Yeah.
Number one, what would you say your greatest personal accomplishment to date has been?
Oh, man. Let's see. I just, I guess I guess starting the Klassy network and getting it to six figures in 6 months because of the rapid growth. I was just completely blown away by it, and that really, I feel like I'm very proud of myself for being able to execute on something that I didn't know what was going to happen, and taking that leap, going for it, and allowing the success to happen by just pushing myself to keep going every day.
I love that. And what would you also say your greatest professional accomplishment to date has been?
What do you mean, professional?
Well, personal, like, obviously
Yeah,
starting your own business, but was
right,
there
right, right.
was there a specific aspect of maybe the first business that you started when you were 18
hmm
and,
hmm
growing a six-figure business while going to school full time, what was one of the proudest moments for you as a professional,
Yeah.
since being in entrepreneurship?
Yeah. Um, I mean, what you said right there, like, kind of just like lit a fire in me as well. So I would say definitely going to school, getting my degree, and not giving up on that, because I remember my last semester. I'm like, why am I doing this? I don't need to do this. Pushing myself to keep going and
Yeah,
to make those connections, make school worth it, and also continue to have a team of 30 people and push myself really to get that company to six figures all at the same time, I would
awesome.
say.
Now, what would you say your greatest personal obstacle that you
Mm.
had to overcome was? Personal obstacle that you had to overcome. What was the greatest one?
Yeah, I would definitely say just like putting myself out there. It's always been very hard for me to stand up and really put myself out there, talk in front of people and things like that, and getting on lives just like this. I feel like that is definitely the biggest personal accomplishment for myself. Is once I did it once, I was like, you know what, it's fine. I got to keep going, and I still push myself every day to do that more and more. And that's definitely a big personal one for me.
And getting uncomfortable, and it's really important to constantly push yourself,
Yeah.
because when you can learn how to push yourself, there's nothing that you can't accomplish, and that's what I love.
hmm
So, what would you say is your greatest professional on the business side? What's the greatest
hmm
professional obstacle you've had to overcome to date?
Yes, I would say being a good leader,
Hmm.
because I was, I guess, 20 years old the first time I actually hired someone on my team. I was 20 years old, didn't know what I was doing. I would say I probably wasn't the best leader at that time. And I really took initiative to study leadership and figure out how I can do a better job as a leader and lead with more value, and figure out how to inspire and motivate the people that are working under me to keep going every day. I feel like that was one of the biggest obstacles for me.
Awesome. So before I get to my final question, how can people connect with Natalie Rogers? Where can they find you? And where can they purchase a pair of their own amazing, amazing glasses?
Yes, you can find me here on Facebook, or you can find me on Instagram at It's Natalie Rogers. And then the Klassy Network's Instagram is at Klassy Network with a K for Klassy. And then our website is klassyshop.com with a K.
Awesome. And I definitely go back because people have been writing that they're interested. So
Yes,
after this is over, go back in and just leave the hyperlink right
yes,
to
I will.
your website. That way people can click right from it. So, final
Yes,
question before I let you
okay,
get back to your day. There's no wrong answer,
okay,
because obviously this is what it means. This Everyone has a different answer for this.
okay.
Um, what does success mean to you?
Oh, yeah. So success means to me is when you wake up every day doing something that you love so much that you would do it for free. That is what
Mm,
success means to me. You're super just in alignment with what you're doing, that you love it so much, you don't care how much you make.
I love that. And before you sign off, any last words of advice or words of encouragement for those entrepreneurs that may be feeling stuck, or they're not really sure, or they might feel misaligned with what they're doing?
Yeah, oh my gosh, that was so many things. And when you said misaligned, I'm like, oh, maybe I should say something else. But but I would say is just keep going and take action. Don't allow yourself to go day by day without doing anything. Just taking little action steps every day, one step at a time. Because if you do that, in a year from now, you will be so far along. And I feel like that's a lot of what I did in the beginning was just messy action, figure it out. I don't know, I'm gonna go for it. And you'll be super surprised to see where you end up when you push yourself to do one thing a day.
I love that. Natalie, thank you so, so much for taking time to jump on here today. And congratulations on the launch of your new glasses that come out today, which is really, really exciting. And more so, I'm just excited for where you and Jacob are going with all of this, and you know, being so emotionally mature on a business and personal level. It's such an advantageous thing to have, because you're always going to remain one step ahead, and you guys are both so humble and so appreciative and so grateful for everything that you guys are doing. And I can equally say I'm just so grateful for the both of you, and having you both as accountability partners and power partners when we were out at our first mastermind. And I'm just looking forward to hearing and seeing all of your continued success. So thank you so, so much for joining me today. And, you know, just have an awesome rest of your day.
Thank you so much. Yeah, and I can't wait to have you on mine. I want to hear more about your story and everything. So can't wait. We got to schedule that sometime next week.
We will. I will send you a message and we'll get that in the books.
Okay, thank you so much for having me on today.
Thanks, Natalie.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. So as you can see, you know, this is a 24-year-old empowered woman that really, you know, took her life into her own hands, grew her first business to six figures at 18 years old while she was still graduating and still in college, and came out and said, you know what, I don't need a job. I got this, but wanted more. And the Klassy network with a K is definitely changing lives. So definitely connect with Natalie. Find her on social media. She's going to put the link to her website here where you can get your your pair of blue light blocking glasses, which are really essential for every network marketer, for any entrepreneur that, or just regular person that works in corporate business where you're staring at a computer or a screen all day. It really helps protect you. So guys, thank you so, so much for joining me today. Natalie, thank you for sharing your gifts and your passion for what you do. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye, everybody.